So it's 100 degrees out today. This is gonna be the first real test of this transmission. I know it's been like 9 months since I got the third transmission put in here, but what was happening before is if there was any heat, if it was 85 or above, the sucker would overheat going up. And I would turn on the heater, roll down the windows, and I'd have to pull over. It was anytime I towed even this empty trailer up. So that's why we replaced the tranny. And that's after I replaced an entire cooling system, top to bottom, a massive aluminum 4-core radiator. Everything was new in there. We even took out the thermostat and it would still overheat. So we figured out it was the tranny slipping. Because after we had the transmission fixed, not the first time, that's the one that botched. The second time, this truck never had the power that it has now from down low. And I drive like a grandpa, you guys know that. So I'm heading up now. It is the end of June and it's hot, man. It's, you know, it's muggy, hot. And we'll see. I'm gonna run the AC and watch the temps and I'll keep you guys updated. The last step on this trailer is we need to paint this thing. So I'm bringing it up. I'm gonna have the guys paint it and then we'll load it and dump it. And I have a couple signs to put on the back here because when I'm towing coming down the hill, I'm going first gear, very slow. And people get impatient and people make gnarly passes on blind turns and stuff. So I have a sign to put back here saying, hey, I'm gonna use the next large turnout. Don't risk your life. So, all right, so let's get up the hill and get back to work. All right, we're at the very bottom. We're going up through that canyon on the top of those mountains. And that's where we're at on the dial. On the cooling right there. So we'll update you when we get to the hard stuff. All right, we're about halfway and the dials come up a little bit and it is 97. As we go up, the temps get cooler, which is good. So see what happens. All right, we're starting to climb gradually. We're down to 95 degrees and the needle hasn't budged since the halfway point. And halfway to the bottom of the hill, I mean. So we're gonna start going up after this turn up here. All right, we're down to 87 degrees and I've been climbing for about 5 minutes. Second gear, about 1900, 2000 RPM, and the needle is now in the middle of the heat mark. Now, right about here is when I'd have to start thinking about pulling over because the needle would be almost in the red. That's with the old rebuilt tranny that was bad and with the original heavier 900 pounds walls on the trailer. So right now the needle is right in the middle, which is probably normal. A diesel should never overheat if it's healthy, ever, or no matter what you do. So overheating this motor is all because of that slippery transmission in the heavy trailer. So it's taken me 4 years to figure this out. We've been working on this. And then the symptoms would just go away in the winter time. I wouldn't have to worry about it because it was so cold. So we are now at the steepest part. This is a 16% grade corner right here. Of course, we all know the camera never does it justice, but you got to go down to 0 miles an hour to make this turn. A lot of semis get jackknifed. They try to back up and they get stuck on this corner. All the times I'm coming up, coming down, there's traffic control and there's a, oh, nice truck, bro. And there's a jackknife semi right there. So that was another spot I would stop back there. And we're still, needle's still in the middle. Now the temperature is 88 because we're in this canyon. But when I get up at the top here, it'll be the halfway top where we have a flat spot for about 5 miles and then it gets steep again. It'll keep cooling off. Again, temperature's looking great. First time ever since getting the second rebuilt tranny fixed and towing up the trailer in summer temps. So pretty stoked. There she is back there. She's just following us up. So here comes a nice 5 mile an hour flat spot where we can relax. So that's pretty much the test, because it's just going to get colder as we get higher, and the tranny passed the test. So the light trailer sure helps. All right, here's the second leg of steep climbing. The steepest part of this is 12%, and I'll show you that in a sec here. So we gear down, start climbing. There's a desert down there. Beautiful view coming up. So we're down to 84 degrees, and the needle is now back down to where it was at the bottom of the hill, about 2 widths below the middle. And we've got a little bit of a train behind us, and what I'm going to do is let these people by, and then we'll do the 12% climb right here. It's that right there. See those people coming down right there. But we're going to pull over and share the road like no one else does. Here we go. Alright, so that's the hill right there. Let all these people go. When the locals go by you, they give you the flashers. I know that guy right there. That's Steve. Oh, there's something going on down in the desert. I'm seeing... I don't know, what is that? That looks like some major smoke or something down there. Huh. Well, let's just get back to the steep grade. Here we go. Before people catch up with us. That's weird. There's something going on down there. That's the thing about the desert. There's always something weird going on, man. So because I pulled over and lost some airflow, we went up a little bit on the gauge. So let's get this hill tackled. Yeah, something going on in the desert down there. So I'm gonna call this good. Yeah, we're doing the 12% right now. We're down to, well, it's back up to 86 degrees because we slowed down. We've got about another 1,000 feet to climb here, so I can relax. I'm stoked. It's about time to do a training service, so we'll get that done, do an oil change, and then maybe I can put my 35s back on. I think this thing just looks way better with the amount of lift it has on the 35s. The 33s just look like skateboard wheels to me. There's a desert right there. Yeah, there's something going on down there. There's a big plume of smoke coming out of nowhere. But if we were to go investigate, by the time we get there, it'd be over, of course. All right, this is the peak right here where this red Mustang is, right there. We are now, we're safe, yep. Never got over half. It's 82 up here. And as I go down into the valley, it'll get a little cooler because we have breeze coming off that lake all the time. All right, so like I said before, tranny's fixed, trailer's lighter. My job is easier, and it's easier on the truck. So back to work. All right, you guys. It's the middle of July, and I've got to use that tire trailer a bunch of times, but my design on that back gate didn't fly, man. Things falling apart, hanging off. One of the hinges broke. Here's some pictures of the latch system that is bending, breaking. Here's a picture of the broken hinge on the bottom. And that last piece, the hinge that broke, let's get this out of my dog yard right here. Look at this. Poor guy. I wonder why he was sitting right there and he wasn't sitting over there. So the latch system was kind of broken, so I just chained it closed and we made a few runs, but I brought it home now and I got to get this thing fixed. Because the door isn't cased, in other words, a normal door shuts into the casing like this, that would provide a lot of stability on the trailer. But the reason why I don't have it cased like that is because it's got to open all the way around, and there's a way you can do it. You offset the pin and then you kind of do like an L bracket back to the door and it opens all the way around. But remember, I wanted to make a single door on the back, and that's why I didn't do that. So I bought some more hinges to beef them up, and then instead of just butt welding the two pieces together like I'm showing you right here, those two ends, I'm gonna create a channel in the middle by grinding each one at an angle and then filling it and getting that penetration we need. So I've only got a few hours to get this done, so let's just get this thing in here and let's get her done. So obviously that was the wind, and you guys know my thoughts and my feelings on the wind. I chose to live the windiest place in California. It ain't forever, but for now we're here because that reason right there. The wind causes damage every single time it blows around here. In fact, the whole reason why that mechanism exists is because of the wind. It wants to kill my gates. Am I invading your little spot, boy? I'm sorry. Good boy. You gonna shake? Hi, my name's Gino. What's yours? Alright, so here's a little walk around here. This is the bottom hinge that broke. So I have it held up with that, held closed with this. This was holding it, and then this was holding it, but this broke and something disappeared, and this was on top of here. So let's get her fixed up. Idea to begin with. So just looking around here, you can see where this hinge is bent right here. When this bottom hinge broke and it dropped, but this didn't break, so I'm gonna run a bead inside here to strengthen this up, and then actually what I'm gonna do here is grind this flat and put a solid plate here and then weld it to this, and I think that'll shore this up. And then of course I'm gonna add probably 2 more hinges here and here. One of my commenters said, hey, you should add another hinge, and bro, you were right. Thanks. You're a champ. So I'm just going to try to get in here and grind this now and get it ready like that one. Hey, that's not going to work. I got to be able to get to this hinge better. So let's figure this out. If I could hold it open like this somehow, maybe put, oh, if I put a pair of vice grips and block it, let's try. Alright, so I couldn't really get in here. I can't get the door open because it's still welded at the top. This is about as far as this door will go. As far as open, giving me clearance for that. So this one, I did a number on that grinding there, see? So when it comes together, there's going to be a, oh, let's just show you. See the big gap in there? I'm going to grind this even some more. But that big gap will allow me to melt this metal together. I mean, there's actually welding terms, right? There's butt weld, all kinds of, that's the only one I know. But This has to have a term. You welders, let me know what kind of weld that is after you do the V in it. So let's get this ground up a little better. All right, let's take a look at this now. There we go. That's a much bigger area for me to weld in. And the beauty of it is it's already lined up because the top one didn't break. So this one's ready. I could zip this into place right now, and then the gate is in the best spot it's been in a while as far as being. But I do want to prep for 2 more hinges, and then this time when I go to connect the 2 pieces, I'm going to do this V and then put the hinges here, and we should be good. So let's buzz this up. I had a couple of people ask me about that thing I got a couple years ago. My wife and I love Hawaii. 17th anniversary. We took a cruise around Hawaii, and we fell in love with it. And we've gone back as much as we can ever since. I think we've been there 8 or 9 times. And so my idea was to get something that represents a place we love, and that is Hawaii. We go to Maui and Kauai. We don't go anywhere else. And what this is a sun and moon timetable for like a captain. And then what is this right here? So in 2009, we were snorkeling off the back of Kauai. I was about 100 feet away from the boat with my oldest daughter, Kaylee, and my wife. And like a 10-foot tiger shark came swimming up to us. And I just kind of pushed us all into a big blob so he wouldn't recognize us as a food source. And then I slowly pumped our fins back to the boat, and he followed us. He stayed right behind us, following the whole way. And the girls got on the boat, and what's funny is my wife got up second, and then she sat on the transom, and I was still in the water looking at the shark like, hey babe, can I get up? Anyway, he passed us up and was going after a baby turtle. So this was 2009, long time ago. So I just said one day I'm gonna get a tiger shark mark, and I just put it on the same arm. Of course you guys know I'm a Christian, so there's a cross there. I got that in New Jersey with my other daughter on our cruise from the Bahamas. We got back, went to New Jersey for a day. I was never a tattoo guy. Younger, I told all my kids, don't get tattoos till you get married because it's your wife's body. Then they all grew up and moved out and got tattoos, and now they're a bad influence on me. All right, so I cranked the welder up and cranked the wire feed up. Let's take a look at that. So it looks to me like, well, you can't see because of the lighting, but it looks to me like it penetrated really good. I could probably open this gate now. All right, so the other place I was talking about welding it is right in here on both of those, because when you close it, it doesn't butt up against that, so I don't think it'll hurt anything. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Sucker made some funny noises when I was welding it. Creaking and cracking. Oh, let's go look at the sunset. Jeez. Check this out. Oh, it's gonna, oh, wow, look at that. Oh, All right, so see, yeah, this is nice, right? This is nice, even with a little wind. All right, let's get back to work. All right, so now we got that one welded really good, and you can see the penetration on the back of this sucker as well as the back of this one. So this is welded really good, but I'm gonna do, maybe I'll just do one more hinge. I think one in the middle there would be good. And then the final challenge is really to come up with a way to latch this gate and have it be much stronger. You can see how this is bent down. This was all from going down my road, and I went super slow, like as slow as I could go, maybe 1 mile an hour, and it just starts bouncing really gnarly on the washboard. That happened during that time on my first trip out of here. And then the way I latched this with a carabiner sucked, because when tires fell back, it would put so much pressure here. The first time I delivered tires, I could barely get that open. I bought these latches. Now, I know these are galvanized or whatever, but I've welded galvi before. You just don't want to breathe the fumes. And I'm thinking these will work so that when the gate shuts all the way, you just fold the clasp over, and then there's really not a whole lot of tension on removing the pin out of the clasp, and then of course you can hold this shut and then open the clasp. And then I'm going to design something a little beefier here for the gate to rest on, because it does need to rest on something. Sorry, I know the wind's hitting the camera, but I just wanted to show you. It's a little later. Look at that, so pretty. We do like that. Get him, come on. Easy, easy, I'm right here. Oh. Okay, fight. Fight.
Finish him. Finish him.
Where are you going? I'm not gonna protect you. You're picking the fight. You gotta stand up to that bully. Whoa. He could eat you in one bite. Let's get back to work. Those are pretty heavy duty. We're gonna have to go inside like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to go inside like this. Maybe I can bend this around here, or cut some of it and bend it around, or maybe I don't even need to bend it around, just cut it and weld it on there. But I think that would work like that. And then of course do a couple of them. I think that'll work. I'll modify these to make them fit and look clean, but that's going to be how we shut it. And then of course we'll have to rest on something a little beefier than that. Maybe I'll just straighten this and box it in. All right, I'm gonna go with that. That looks pretty good. See, I got that little V groove cut in there, right in there, like that. And I'm gonna weld this together, and it ends up making one of these. So let's get that done. Losing light here. All right, well, I found some metal. Take a look at that. Remember that? This is what we cut off of our mini camper to make it non-foldable. This had something to do with the folding apparatus. And then I cut a chunk of this out to fix the ramp gate latch on our toy hauler. So now we're gonna cut something out of here and we're gonna use it, box it in, making this piece stronger. I got these hinges all done. I said I was gonna put a plate here, but I don't think so, because I put the V groove in this one, the V groove in that one. I welded them on the back side, both of them. Even this one, you can see, like I said, the penetration there. So the hinges are super strong now. And then I ended up putting like a little catch right here, so this thing can't go back. And then here's the latches right here, these heavy duty latches. And then here's another latch right here I did. These are safety chain. So I think that's gonna work. I'm gonna go down my road tomorrow and go super slow, and hopefully I don't break the thing again. So I think the gate is finally good. All right, there she is. New latches, new little keeper so that it doesn't rest on its own weight. Let's get out of here and see if this thing works tomorrow. All right, so this place is called Mercer Tire. I worked for this place for almost 10 years before I started my own shop in '99. It used to be at a different location, but we moved it here to this old gas station, early 90s. And I haven't been here since I quit in '99, if you know the story. I have the story in one of the build videos for my new shop, which is way down there. But what we're doing here today is this auto shop, tire shop's been through a lot of different owners, probably 6 or 7 owners since I left. And the last people left it just a mess. So we are contracted to get rid of all these tires. I'm guessing there's 4 loads here, at least 1,000. But it's just weird for me to be here because, like I was telling my guys, I built that oil shed. I helped cut that container in half. Tons of stuff. Those racks behind there, I put those racks up. And it's just funny how it's been so long since I've been here. I used to use these bathrooms every day. I used to be behind that counter right there. Hours and hours and hours. And that's where I decided that I would start my own business. So these guys are out of here. And we're going to go ahead and load up these tires. But I just thought it was cool. I spent so much time here. I worked on my own vehicles, parked right over here. I'd be in and out of this shop in here getting tools. I got to get back to work. Let's walk back over there. Like I said, we're looking at 4 trips easy, so we'll take this one down, dump it, come back up next week. I used to work right out of this little tire shop right here. Craziness. Oh, more goodies back here. Oh my gosh. That blue bumper lift, the bumper jack, I used to use that all the time. Memories, memories. Can you believe this? Dude, it is pouring. I mean, it is dumping gallons and gallons. "91 degrees and dumping." Oh, are you getting shelter from the rain, buddy? Holy mackerel. Oh yeah, it's pouring out there. Woo! Hi, Zowie, buddy. Hi, Zowie, buddy.
It's pouring rain outside.
Like and subscribe.